Hi, in this video I just thought I'd introduce you to a stats package. It's free, called Jamovi. Actually, I've heard about it quite a while ago and I've never really got around to using it. But now I've played with it, I think it's generally pretty excellent. First of all, it's free and open source, which is great. And it can read in files from other packages like SPSS, as well as having its own file format. So that's pretty cool. I'll take you through some of its features very briefly, but just want to point out that it's really quite cool to use. First off, it's written or it interfaces with R, and we'll go on to that a bit later. But here's just a few examples. I'll just load up a data file. Here's one I had open recently, a Jamovi format file. But actually, let's open an SPSS file to show you that works. Here's one that ends in SAV, and it's a big file, takes a while to open. I should just say I'm using the current stable version of Jamovi, which down here you can just about read is 1.2.2.7.0, or at least it was a week ago. There are more recent, I think, beta versions on the website. The website is great and there's lots of helpful information. Put that away. So this data file is a bit weird because all the data for each sub-participant, there's a code, and they did a lot of trials, and there was some data recorded for each trial, and then some summary data for each participant is recorded on the line trial number 1. So we're just going to edit the data, just an example. So we filter out everything apart from trial number 1, then we don't get some repeated cases and lots of missing data in the output. So data, just going to do filter here and just write equals, and the thing you want to filter on some logical condition. So I'm going to write trial num logical equals, so that's 2 equal signs 1. And if I apply that, you'll see it's filtering out. We go down the data set, the first participant is just filtering out the first trial number 1. I can't remember how many trials there were, quite a large number. Oh, now we're on trial participant number 2, code 16, and we'll see eventually. There we go, there's filtered out. So that filtering works really nicely, and you can do analyses now. Let's just pick one at random. Let's do an analysis. Let's just do a t-test. Let's do an independent groups t-test. So here we go, I'm going to do that, and we're in the analysis, and it's got a nice feature that it starts the analysis straight away and it populates it as you add things. So my dependent variable I'm going to look at, this is a data set of reaction times to particular kinds of face stimuli. Here's 2 examples, fearful and happy, the average reaction times, and we've got some scales. We've got trait anxiety, a so well-known scale of measuring anxiety, and the so-called attentional control scale, and we've got gender. So let's just look at whether attentional control differs by gender. So we'll put in gender, and we'll put it in there, and it suggests that there's no difference. There's the table, the t-value is minus 0.6, 71 degrees of freedom, p-value of 0.5. If we want to click to get additional statistics, let's have the mean difference and its confidence interval. Lovely, and you get an effect size. Cohen's D, all very nice. And you notice it flicks in. Because this is developed by a team who are very keen on Bayesian statistics, as many people are, we can even get a Bayes factor for that. Which obviously is going to be pretty small, Bayes factor. And this is for the hypothesis that group 1 equals group 2. We can make it directional. Lots of nice things. We can do a homogeneity test. That's all pretty cool. We can do a normality test on the DV if we believe in such things. Not much use when the samples get large because generally significant. Okay, so that's just showing you how you can play around and get an analysis. Another nice feature is it can add in modules. So using this plus on the right, I've added in some modules. This is the basic one, JMV, which that supplies some of these menus up to factor. And then I've added a plotting routine called FlexPlot, which I'd really recommend. General linear model, generally a very useful module. That's here. It has some nice features that are missing from the built-in regression and ANOVA options. A power module, J power, and this module RJ, which is a module here which I've installed, which allows you to run R under the RJ editor. You can actually run R commands in Jamovi, and I'll make a short additional video about that in a second and put that up. This is a really nice tool if you want to transition from other stats to using R. Jamovi is a really nice way to do that, and I'll talk about that in the upcoming video. Hope you have a play with it. There's lots of good resources on the web. Try it out. I think you'll be as impressed as I am. Bye for now.